travelling to my sites, working my bees. Good solid brood. You just put that in the shade.
Beautiful brood,
yeah.
And lots of larvae,
yeah,
and I can't see eggs, you know that. Yeah. So can I reconstruct it, or what are we doing?
Yeah, but I want a front of brood, a front of foundation, a front of brood, and a foundation. Two foundations in there.
Sorry, two broods. You're in here. That's what you want left.
Yep, want two of the most brood taken out.
I'm not going to be able to take it seriously today, I'm afraid.
But like I said, the bloody Bee Martians,
So if I look at you and randomly laugh, you know exactly, no offence.
I am working the brood super of this particular hive so as to check the quality of the brood and the strength or numbers of the brood cells that are sealed, and just in general check to see how the hive is performing. So far I haven't found the queen.
Have you got any honey to lend us?
Yeah, that's the queen. We have another cage for me, please.
Or maybe we don't.
There she is.
What do you
Down the bottom. Cage the queen, just wearing the other side.
Oops, got her.
Just put her in front of it. Just put your cage in front, and she'll generally walk in. All right.
I used to panic
Tip it up. Always tip it up so she walks upwards. So you're not going to just squash her eggs or damage her wings. Otherwise, if you do that, they'll kill her.
I've dropped so many queens yesterday and the day before.
Yeah.
So I don't panic. I used to panic. I don't anymore because now you just let it crawl up here.
Yeah.
And it's just so easy.
Oh yeah, that's
It's actually easier to do that.
Yeah, it's just practice. That's all it is. Now look how these bees have increased in bee numbers. Yep. Now, Kim, on the tops of the escape boards is foundation. See that? There's three foundation and there's two lots of stickies. So ones that haven't got foundation on it, you know that they're stickies. So I've got three foundation that we can use as much foundation as we can today.
Okay. My girls hated my guts this morning.
Today? Didn't say good day to them. Seal brood on the outside walls and then the two others inside. This is the frame of pollen that I'm moving out of the brood super, because honey or pollen in the brood super will not be used, and you're missing out on 3,000 bees for every frame that is unable to be laid eggs in. Sealed brood frames are placed on the outside walls because they do not require as much warmth as unsealed brood. It is a fallacy that some books say that you cannot change your frames around. Oftentimes I move my frames around, turn them around, or even lift them above the excluder. This is a super of stickies that has been irradiated, and I do not open them until I'm actually going to use them on the day that they are used. Yeah.
Do you want me to put honey in there?
Hey,
Do you want me to put honey in there? Hardly any honey in there.
Hardly any honey.
There's like the most areas is like
We'll grab one out of there. Give him a good smoke here. Give him a good smoke and grab one out of there. We haven't got any honey on board.
The benefits of being able to get your frames radiated. These frames were radiated about 8-9 months ago.
that one feels a bit heavier. Yep. Oh, it's just heavier.
Just walk up behind her and shake the bees out in the grass.
Is that enough, you reckon?
Eh?
Is that enough?
Yeah. Yeah, that'll be enough. If there's honey coming in, one nearly full frame will be enough.
You see how they've just done it?
Oh no, no good, no good. Kick it over the stand out the road.
Yeah.
And try for another one.
That one looks better.
You still want to kill that cat by drowning it.
I know.
Both of them together. Those can do anything.
That looks better. Oh, it's,
I don't know.
Yep, that's nearly all ready to be capped.
Yeah?
and that's all capped.
Yep, that's good. Yep, just out the road and shake it.
Once you have found your queen, and I prefer to cage her each time I work the brood super, so that I'm able to work the hive or the brood super 10 times as fast without fear of killing the queen. Brood frame positions. Each side from outside. Sealed brood, second and third in, stickies or foundation, then semi-sealed brood and eggs in the centre. Each frame is marked with the month and the year when they are placed in the brood supers. Sometimes the frames are culled when they are only 12 months old because of the amount of times eggs have been laid in those frames. Frames of honey are being removed from this super so that they can be fed to the nukes, as there has been a lot of rain in recent weeks.
Just be careful where you're walking there that you don't slip. No, you go into the brood to see there might be honey in the brood that you've got to take out, or pollen. So you've got to check, get your queen cage. Well, that's why because there's nothing coming in with all this wet weather. That's why you've got to check all your honey supers and your brood supers.
I'm now starting to rearrange this middle super so that it has some empty spaces for the 4 frames that we have removed out of the brood super.
It's a lot easier to find a phone.
Oh, yeah, why is that?
All honey frames that are above the excluder are equally spaced so that the capped honey is proud, and it's a lot easier to cap when you're extracting.
The brood super has been checked, and 4 frames of brood and pollen was lifted. Generally the bees will clean out any pollen that's in the super above the excluder, so we'll see next week when we check the brood just how much pollen has been used. The one closest to me has got the most amount of pollen. It's nearly a full frame of pollen. There are lots of bees up there, so we'll have to blow them off, otherwise they're going to squash getting them in the hive. So it looks like this hive here is up to optimum bee numbers. The twinnies, no, bugger your bums. The twinnies.
New work uniform.
There you are. Spin it around and get one of me. The Bee Martian.
The Bee Martian.
Can you see me in it? Just get half of me.
Now to complete the records with the queen exchange.